It is time to leave your worries outside and laugh with us inside the Treehouse. I'm Dan O'Malley, along with Trey Trenholm and Rebecca Black. On today's show, when an amputee does more than you and me, an Englishman tries Tex-Mex for the very first time, and dopey shopping. That's coming up today. And if you love what you hear today, be sure to share the show with a friend from your favorite listening platform. Hit that share button. Let them know and share it on social media. And speaking of social media, like and follow us on social media and YouTube. At Treehouse On Air is the handle for all of those. Social media and on YouTube at Treehouse On Air. All that coming up inside the Treehouse today. But first, we're going to start with America's annual burger war. Dum, dum, dum. Look, this is basically an annual survey that gets everybody fired up, especially in Texas, because, let's be honest, we love our Whataburger. But before I give you the results of this national survey on America's favorite fast food burgers, I'm going to ask you specifically what you think, not your favorite, but what you think Americans said is their favorite fast food burger. Trey, we will start with you. Which fast food burger do you think most Americans said was their favorite?
I'm going to guess it's the same one every year that I think is so incredibly overrated, and that's Five Guys.
Oh.
That is 100% correct. Five Guys, number one in this YouGov survey of 44,000 Americans.
I was going to guess In-N-Out.
You would have been correct for the number 3 slot, Rebecca.
Huh? Okay.
Now, if I had not seen this story first, I also probably would have guessed In-N-Out Burger, which I think is America's most overrated burger.
I like it. There's a time and a place for an In-N-Out burger, but it's not like my go-to. But when I lived in LA, it was, because it was the only thing that was good.
And that's the only reason why I In-N-Out never tops these lists, because it's so much more of a West Coast thing. And in Texas, everyone's like, eh. Like In-N-Out's fine. I remember when it opened and people are waiting 3 hours in line to get it. Not a effing chance.
No way.
I remember when the interest and the excitement died down a little bit after a couple of weeks when In-N-Out first got into DFW. And I went to that one off the tollway by the radio station because it was closest. And it was a couple of weeks, so a lot of the interest had died down. Went through the drive-thru. It was very pleasant. Got the burger. Man, I thought it needed salt. I was just like, look, it's a burger. It's a fast food burger. I can tell it's some decent meat in here, but to me it was under-seasoned, and I'd rather have Whataburger.
Well, and the whole deal of you need to know the secrets of the menu to order this or order that.
Isn't just the secret to their menu like Thousand Island?
Yeah, I think.
Well,
so.
no, there's like animal style where it's like cooked with mustard. It's again
Thousand Island.
Yeah, I think it is. I think Thousand Island is like part of like the dressing on it.
Yeah.
That comes like, animal style.
Literally, it's like they put mustard on the burger while it's on the grills. From what I understand.
Oh, okay. Adds a little, I don't know, zest.
I mean, you can Google all the secrets of the In-N-Out menu, and it's just like if I have to Google something to order it, F off.
I don't think I've ever ordered anything off the secret menu, because why?
Yeah, just put it on the menu. If it's that good, put it on the menu.
Yeah.
So here are America's favorite burger chains of 2026. You are going to see people throw fists in the comments on social media. Number 1, you already guessed, Five Guys. 15.5% was enough for the top spot. Number 2 was Burger King.
What?
Just a hair behind Five Guys at 15%.
No. Lies. That is lies.
I think Burger King gets a big assist because they're the only ones on here with the flame grill. It's the one, to me, that tastes the most different from the rest.
I would agree. It has the distinct flavor, but it's not a good distinct flavor.
It's okay, but it's not my go-to.
I like a Whopper. I mean, I guess it's kind of shocking because most of the Burger Kings in the Metroplex have closed down. They're just aren't that many around anymore.
Because Whataburger snuffed them out.
Yeah.
Number 3, In-N-Out Burger. Number 4 is Wendy's. Kind of surprised that Wendy's coming in at number 4. And number 5, I believe this one moved up the list from the previous year. And maybe that's because of its big arch. McDonald's.
I
the
love
top
a McDonald's
5.
burger.
I
love it.
Listen, my favorite, I think a McDonald's double cheeseburger is one of the best, if not the best, fast food burger you can get. That and a Whataburger, but
I think McDonald's does really well because it is consistent across the boards, meaning no matter where you are in the country, no matter what McDonald's you go to, their food is always going to be the same. It never differentiates, ever.
That is pretty true, and that's even true for where I live. And my wife just celebrated her birthday the other day, and one of the things that she wanted for her birthday was a McDonald's burger.
I love it. I love that.
And it's not like we never have a cheeseburger. I mean, there's a really good spot here we love that's called Tappin' Still, but McDonald's is just a different burger. So that's what we did. She got her McDonald's for her birthday dinner, and the only thing that was missing, was like a little Happy Meal prize.
Aww.
I think another thing that has helped McDonald's is, they were going up in their prices, and then they were forced by corporate to bring back their value meals. And I think that has probably aided them on that list tremendously.
The McDonald's value meal is outstanding. I mean,
absolutely.
It's also my same sort of mentality when it came to Spirit Airlines. You just, you're lowering the expectations a little bit. I'm getting a 99 cent or $1.29 something item. I'm probably going to be okay with it.
Yeah.
The odds of me sending that back are pretty much non-existent. But
like something real bad would have to happen in order to send back a McDonald's meal.
Like, honest to God, if I see a fingernail in that, I'm not even gonna. I'm like, just flick it out. I don't care. That's not even worth it. If it's a quarter pounder, make me a new one. But if it's just like, if it's the value menu item, just flick that out. It's fine. Now let me alter the question to the real question, which is, what is your absolute go-to fast food burger? What is your favorite, Rebecca?
So I have two, and they're very neck and neck. And one is Whataburger, so nobody come at me. But I also like a Hat Creek burger.
What is that?
You guys, it's like just a little fast food restaurant, like around the corner. Hat Creek burger. Y'all have never had a Hat Creek?
I have not.
They do have a special sauce.
But see, this is where I don't really think of Five Guys as a fast food place.
Oh, then you might not think Hat Creek is either, because there is kind of a sit down opportunity if you want.
To me, there's a difference between counter service and fast food. Like, to me, a Five Guys is a counter service place, but I don't really call it fast food.
You're thinking fast food like drive-through type option.
Okay.
Yeah. Big chain, but.
So if we're going big chain, it's going to be Whataburger all the way. I honestly can't think of anything that even competes with it.
As far as my offshoot, like you said with your Hack Creek, mine would be the Burger Barn outside of Cleburne, where it was a couple miles down the road next to the train tracks in Johnson County, a couple of miles down the road from where Tara's parents used to live. That spot had a killer burger.
Look, you said barn, and I was like, I need to go there.
Yeah. Burger and barn.
Yes,
why is this
please.
not a national?
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Burger Street has a pretty good burger. And that's a smaller chain, but I like a good burger.
Oh, I don't even know. I know of one left in Dallas at this point.
Same.
There was one in Carroll. There was one in Carrollton that we used to go to. I believe it was off of Midway.
There was one on Mockingbird for ages, but it's closed. The only one I know of.
Richardson.
The only one I know of is like Aldelia, or like, I think it's like Aldelia and 635, somewhere around there.
But I would have to say probably my top fast food is I'd probably, with the national chain, I'm probably going to go Whataburger, but honorable mention to Jack in the Box. I love the ultimate cheeseburger. I think that is an outstanding burger, and it's very specific, but the sourdough Jack, that is tasty.
I agree. I have not had a Jack in the Box in like 20 something years because I know that it's just going to kill my heart. But the other day we drove past one and I literally had this fond memory rushing back from my college years where sourdough Jack at like 2 a.m. Oh, so good. Smothered in mayonnaise. Choice.
Yeah. All right, Trey. What's your go-to fast food burger?
It's a 1A, 1B. Like I said, a McDonald's double cheeseburger or the number 2 at Whataburger.
Yeah.
Look at us. We're all such good Texans.
Do you think if we weren't born and raised in Texas that we would think otherwise? Are we just that loyal to our state?
Well, I mean, we are loyal to our state, but we still have standards. Like if Whataburger really, truly fell off, we would call it out.
Well,
yeah, and I think there was concern when it got bought by like the Chicago company or whatever, and I think they've maintained a level of deliciousness.
The thing with Whataburger now is it is so location dependent on which ones are good and which ones aren't. Yeah. But I do think the loyalty would have died with Whataburger because they got bought out by a Chicago firm. If it had completely gone to crap, I think it would have lost a lot of its following.
Yeah. Okay. Now I'm going to alter the food question just a little bit. World Cup is in the United States. Dallas Stadium in Arlington is hosting games, which means we have an influx of foreigners into our state, into our fair North Texas area. So for those that are coming here trying American things, it's fun for them. We like seeing their excitement in it. It's really kind of adorable and sweet. But if you were hosting an international soccer fan, and he said, "Take me to your finest Tex-Mex," where would you take him? And before you answer, I think I know which one the two of you will guess. So I want to see if I'm right on this. All right. Rebecca, where would you take your World Cup soccer fan who says, "Take me to your finest Tex-Mex"?
So if we're doing Tex-Mex, I got to go with El Phoenix.
Oh, I was wrong. Okay.
That's like the OG original Tex-Mex restaurant from Dallas. I love it. They have the best salsa, I think. That's where I would go.
They do have killer salsa. I'm with you there.
If we're doing street tacos, because that's like a sidebar, I would take them to the gas station place that's only cash.
Fuel City.
Thank you.
Yep.
Couldn't remember what it was called.
Yep. Ideally at 2:30 in the morning. Okay, Trey. So I was wrong. I thought I'll after we hear Trey's answer, I'll tell you what my guess is.
I know the answer now. That's too fancy.
Trey, what would be what is your Tex-Mex spot to take a World Cup fan?
Mia's.
Mia's. Oh, I forgot about Mia's. Damn it.
Wait,
that's a good one.
Are you thinking Christine? What? Oh my God, I have space. What is it called?
There's Christina's, but no, definitely not.
No, not Christina, but it's the Mia's family. It's Manny's, Mia's, and Mikasina.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. That's what I thought you were going to say, Rebecca.
I do love me some Mikasina, but I also love Manny's. I also love Mia's.
Well, Mia's is where they all it's not Mia's is the parent of all of them. Like
that's Mama.
Butch and Anna started Mia's, and it's where all the recipes. It's actually Butch and Manny's father were the original chefs at El Phoenix, and then they broke off. And
I did not know that. Look at that.
Trey is a Tex-Mex historian.
Yeah,
well, I've known them for ages, and then Manny was a waiter at Mia's for decades. In fact, the iconic picture of Jimmy Johnson and Jerry Jones in Mia's, the banner up there says Manny's section, and then Manny went off and started Manny's, and Mika went in and started Mikasina, and there you go.
So I actually thought, Trey, you might have said one of our favorite restaurants jointly, which is Javier's. Now that's not.
Now you said Tex-Mex.
I did, and I realized saying Tex-Mex that's not Harvey. That's not Javier's. Javier's is gourmet Mexican.
Yes,
Mexico City Mexican.
Yeah.
But I mean,
delicious.
One of the 3 best restaurants. Like for longevity and everything else, there's 3 great restaurants in Dallas, in my opinion. Cafe Pacific, Javier's, Albernays.
Albernays is
all and the same reason for all of them, except I mean, obviously Al passed away, but the owners are there every day. Javier has turned down millions. Like I know at one point he got offered $5 million to open up one in Frisco, and he was like, I can't watch 2 restaurants. And clearly as he drives around in his Ferraris, he does just fine.
He's not suffering by any means.
Yeah. I'd say his decision-making process is sound. So the reason I ask you that is because Fox 4 did that. I don't know if we talked about this or not, or if at least you heard about it, but a couple of months ago, there was a guy in England who talked about he was going to go to America to see his England team play. And in order to do it, he was selling a rental property to buy tickets for the trip, and he was going to go all out. So Fox 4 interviewed him a few months ago, and they've stayed in touch. And when he came to town, he told them, hey, I want to try Tex-Mex. And they said, we got you. So they took him to, hang on.
Cheers. Cheers. Cheers.
Andy Milne, or better known as That World Cup Guy, has made it to Dallas. And I had to get him his margarita fix. So we went to Mi Cocina at Clyde Warren Park for a Mambo taxi.
And he was never heard from again.
I mean, that's a cruel joke to play on somebody.
Yeah.
You're not, if you've ever had, there's a reason why officially they're only supposed to give you 2 Mambo taxis.
Yep. Okay, really quick. How many Mambo taxis have you had in one sitting?
5.
I'm at 4. Damn, Trey.
Wow.
I'm in AA for a reason. And here's the funniest thing about that. That was like all before like 1 p.m.
I'm impressed. That's ridiculous. I'm glad you're still alive, because that probably put some hair on your chest there.
5 before 1 p.m.
Mm-hmm. I think I was taking a nap in my car by 2.
I'm surprised you weren't taking a nap at the table.
Let me just get this last sip.
So props to Fox 4. They took the guy to Mi Cocina. They got him a Mambo taxi. I assume just the one.
And that was, I mean, that was 15 years ago. And I knew this, knew the staff and there's no telling. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think mine, because I've never gone for a record at Mi Cocina. I think mine has just been the 2. So
I was like Will Ferrell in Old School. I was like, it tastes so good when it hits your lips.
You're listening to the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
And that is Trey, white girl drunk.
You're in the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
This segment of the Treehouse is brought to you by Cook DFW Roofing and Restoration. To get your free roof inspection and property review, call Daniel and Carrie Cook today at 833-COOK-DFW. That's 833-COOK-DFW. The website, cookdfw.com. Get the roof checked, get the property checked, make sure there aren't any major issues. Or if you have a cool project in mind that you need some help with, that you need a trusted contractor to do, Cook DFW Roofing and Restoration. 833-COOK-DFW, cookdfw.com. Back inside the Treehouse now. I'm Dan, along with Trey and Rebecca. Today is Wednesday, June 17th, 2026. Let's celebrate today with some birthdays. Actor Greg Kinnear turned 63 today. For those that don't remember, even though he's an Oscar-nominated actor known for As Good as It Gets, Little Miss Sunshine, and so many other fine acting roles, he got his start on a little show on E called Talk Soup.
Yes.
I was thinking about that show the other day. He's still around. Actually, Trey, you remember the other day I sent you a text. It was a link to the trailer for Larry David's new show where he goes through history as Larry David and portrays, I guess, historical figures. Greg Kinnear is one of the guys that makes an appearance in that show.
Okay.
And I'm with you, Trey. I hope to God it's at least as good as the trailer, because that looks hysterical.
Yeah.
I forget what it was called, like Larry David Takes on History or something like that.
Something.
Yeah. Rebecca, we just based on the trailer, we recommend. So we're looking forward to that when that comes out. Greg Kinnear, 63, started on Talk Soup. And then when he was done with Talk Soup, then we got Joel McHale on Talk Soup. So The Daily Show, Talk Soup, 2 really good springboard shows for some careers. Didn't
Kilborn do Talk Soup for a bit?
I think, yes. I think you're right.
Did he?
Yeah, I think so. Also, Aisha Tyler, I think, did it as well for a little bit.
Oh, yeah, I think you're right. Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think who
there was another guy.
I'm trying to think who the original guy was. There was one guy, I can't remember his name. He had a spot on his, like a gray spot on his head. I
have no clue.
Me either.
Which is odd. Usually I know stuff like that.
But, John Hill was the best.
John Henson.
Was he the original? I thought he came later.
Now, actually, it says it looks like Greg Kinnear was the original host, and John Henson.
Wasn't he a Wipeout host for a minute too?
Affectionately known as Skunk Boy because he of the spot. Hal Sparks, Aisha Tyler.
Hal Sparks.
Following the end of Talk Soup, it rebooted the series as The Soup with Joel McHale.
That was on Netflix, right?
No, that was on.
No, it was on E.
So he did, but then after they canceled it on E, he went to Netflix for a hot second, and
I think
then it sort of disappeared because a daily show on Netflix is difficult.
Yeah. So happy birthday to Greg Kinnear, 63 today. Will Forte from Saturday Night Live is 56. Portrayed characters such as MacGruber.
MacGruber.
He's also from Last Man on Earth. Will Forte, 56. Thomas Hayden Church is 66, known for the movie Sideways, the TV show Wings. Love that show.
The bad guy, one of the
movie
Supermans.
that killed an entire type of wine.
What wine did it kill?
Merlot.
Oh,
and that is not being like facetious or anything else. Literally, their Merlot sales tanked after that movie and never really recovered.
I saw the movie once and it was
me too.
Way back. Did they just dog Merlot, say it was trash wine, and then everyone said, "Okay, I can't drink this now"?
I'm surprised, like Big Merlot didn't like come after them.
I mean, they just said like. I forgot how they put it, but like, you know, it's crap wine for people who don't know about wine. And basically
Big Merlot was like, damn it, they know.
Yeah, how dare they?
I guess Big Merlot couldn't come after them because they were found out.
Well, there are other types of wine, you know, cabs and Pinot Noirs and stuff like that went up. So they weren't completely the
beef
same.
Can go after Oprah. I think Big Merlot could go after that movie.
That was an indie film too. It's not like it was a mega summer blockbuster type of thing. But it was a huge hit. Jason Patrick is 60. He's not only the star of The Lost Boys, but he took the helm of the Speed franchise. Alongside.
Oh God. Is that like Speed 3?
Speed 2. He did Speed 2. Yeah. Keanu Reeves was like, no
thanks, I'm good.
Sandra Bullock didn't have much of a choice. She was too young in Hollywood at the time, so she was basically forced to do Speed 2, probably from a contractual basis. Keanu's like, nah, I'm good. But Jason Patrick took over Speed. He gave us Speed 2. Thank you, Jason Patrick. Jodie Whittaker, the first woman to portray the Doctor on Doctor Who. She's 44. The man behind Mandy and Copacabana, Barry Manilow, is 80 today.
Dang.
Kendrick Lamar, 39. Super Bowl
He's actually
halftime
older
performer.
than I thought he was.
It's actually younger than I would have thought.
Really?
Yeah. I would have guessed like in our age, closer to our ages. And punk rock icon and former frontman of the Dead Kennedys, Jello Biafra, 68 today. That is an absolute punk legend.
But that really hurts that he's 68.
Probably him more than us.
Yes. Oh, yeah. You know he hurting when he rolls out of bed.
A 68-year-old punk rocker, he's feeling some stuff.
His back has been messed up for 40 years now.
Easily. And Venus Williams, one of the greatest tennis players of all time. Venus Williams is 46. Is it Venus or what?
She would have been the greatest.
If not for her sister.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna lose to somebody, I would rather it be like my sibling, I think.
Well, for about 2 years, she had the spotlight and was just killing everyone. And then along came Serena.
Serena said, nah, sis.
I got you.
You just go back and look. I mean, Venus looked like your kind of prototype tennis player, kind of tall, thin, whatever. And then Serena came along and was like built and just hammered everybody.
Is it Serena? Was she the one that took heat for doing the GLP-1 commercial for the Super Bowl, or was it?
Oh,
Venus?
yes. Yeah, no, it
was Serena. Okay.
Yeah.
Always fascinated by that. And before acting on Mission Impossible, Peter Lupus is 94. Before acting on Mission Impossible, he was a champion bodybuilder.
Oh.
Good for him.
Is that like the original Mission Impossible?
Yeah, like the original Mission Impossible.
Because he's old and you said bodybuilder, all I can think of is Jack LaLanne.
That's not a bad thing.
Like, that's all I can picture him as.
That little old dude between him and Richard Simmons.
Yeah.
Our morning television was usually tainted by one of those guys at least once a week. Jack LaLanne's 90 and he's doing 1,000 push-ups on Good Morning America. You've got Richard Simmons sweating to the oldies as my grandmother watches the tape as she powers through a half gallon of butter pecan bluebell ice cream.
Both had iconic trademark outfits.
Yeah. Jack LaLanne was sort of like the sweatpants with their super tight shirt. It was like a onesie.
Yeah, it's like a onesie almost.
We had one of our this is such a weird thing. So my middle school in Plano, Wilson Middle School, okay? 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, had a coach there who dressed exactly like Jack LaLanne, except in 94. And he was much, much younger. But very hairy and very odd. He was the only PE coach we had that wasn't a separate sport coach. Every other PE coach we had was football or basketball or track. They always had an additional thing they did. He was the only one that was 100% PE.
Wow.
The chief PE operator.
Officer.
Something. Yeah. And he was also the one that we were all a little wary of because he was always the one telling us to take the showers. And because of that, we were all like, no, we're going to go to class sweaty, thanks. Get in the showers. Like, no, we're good. Nope, not going to happen, coach. Trey, did you ever have a coach or a PE professional like that? That was like super, super hard recommending the showers?
We didn't have a choice.
Well, that's one way to go about it. I'm glad they didn't tell my guy about that.
I mean, whether it was Highland Park or Leonard, especially if you had PE during the day, you had to shower. They didn't want your stinky ass going back to class.
I'm like, kids smell so bad after like outside and athletics. So stinky. He was doing you a favor, Dan.
Most of us didn't, so it didn't matter. Like if it was one of us that didn't shower and we were the stinky one, fine. But we all smelled the rest of the day, so it didn't matter. Plus, honest to God, it's 7th and 8th grade. So even if you take a shower, the amount of hormones that are running through your body, after 5 minutes, you stink again anyway. So it may not even matter. Okay, here we go. Dopey shopping. In South Korea, some young people are turning to fake online shopping sites to get the thrill of buying things without actually spending any money. They call it dopamine shopping. But I'm asking you, is this dopey or brilliant? Here's the thinking. Here's the science behind it. Okay. These so-called dopamine shopping sites mimic real shopping apps almost perfectly, letting users browse products, add items to a cart, and even check out while tracking a fake delivery. The whole idea is to recreate the rush you get from shopping without the price tag. For a lot of users, it's a way to deal with impulse buying and rising costs, since they still get the emotional payoff, but they don't waste any actual money. That said, some experts warn it might still reinforce the same addictive habits, just without the financial hit. So, dopamine shopping. Dopey or genius?
I need to try it. I got to see if it works.
See if it.
I'm one of those people like I won't shop for months and months and months, and then I will go and drop like a lot.
Interesting.
There's no in between. So maybe this might help so I don't end up dropping a lot.
Trey, dopey or genius?
I mean, I understand the concept. I mean, kind of brilliant, but at the same time, at the end of the day, don't you know you're not spending any money? I have spent a stupid amount on Amazon in the last week after moving, and just ordering different things and whatever. And there's really no dopamine rush. I mean, it was just like, I got to buy something else.
It's just crap you need.
Yeah.
Now, at first blush, I thought, man, this is really dopey, because you don't end up with the thing, which is the payoff, right?
Right.
Because everything before that is the anticipation. And yeah, some dopamine may build up, but when it doesn't actually arrive, isn't that just going to be a massive letdown?
Yes.
It seems like a big tease.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, it's like a strip club.
Yeah, it kind of is.
But you're not giving the girl that many money.
Yeah, they don't like that. You'll walk out dopey, but this is the same thinking that I've had when it came to quitting things. Like when I quit smoking, I replaced the cigarette with a e-cigarette. Like not the vape stuff you see today. This is a long time ago. Like the thing that actually looked like a cigarette. It looked like a stage cigarette. It had like little vapor that you would blow out like smoke. So it was going through the habit along with a little bit of nicotine. And that worked really well for me. Then eventually I let that go. That's sort of the same. It's a similar thing. You're going through the process, but not doing the actual smoking. I did the same thing with when I was 16 and I was doing dip, and I quit that by replacing the dip with sunflower seeds, typically like the salsa flavored.
Yeah. No, I think it might encourage me to go and shop more, because like you said, when you're not getting the package at the end of it, in 2 days, I'll be like, I'm antsing for more. So I think it would just keep me in that vicious cycle.
Well, but how is the website making money? Because
probably just ads.
Ads.
They're selling your info to somebody.
I assume it's nothing but like the products are probably like things that are very like influencer heavy, and it's also a way to actually entice you to leave this website and go buy it somewhere else.
Yeah. I think Rebecca's correct. I mean, like at the end of the day, it's just going to have people going on a shopping bender, as it were.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it would be kind of funny though, but to have the website, but not tell people it's a trick, and then just tell them, all right, your package is about to arrive. Go wait for it outside.
I mean, it sounds like something Amazon's behind, and ultimately it's just going to get them more traffic.
Yeah, absolutely.
God, that would be brilliant. I didn't come. F it. I'm going to Amazon. I'll buy it there.
You're listening to the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
You're in the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
If you want more Treehouse in your life, bonus content and episodes, go to patreon.com/treehouseonair and subscribe today. 3 levels to choose from: Treehouse Plus, Super Plus, and Ultimate Treehouse to get more Treehouse in your life today. Patreon.com/treehouseonair. A man with no legs made history by climbing Mount Everest using only his arms. I sprained my back sneezing 2 days ago. Meanwhile, a man with no legs made history by climbing Mount Everest using only his arms. Jesus, I've done nothing with my life.
Yep. I'm really kind of tired of these people who are worse off than me doing better things than me.
Stop making us look bad.
Yeah.
What a jerk. What a giant jerk.
I guess he needed a lot less oxygen.
Does that, so it kind of makes it, does it even out or does it make it easier? I mean, because legs, they get a lot of muscles in your leg. You know?
Yeah.
His name is Rustam Nabiev. He's become the first double amputee in history to reach the summit of Mount Everest without using prosthetic legs. That is an important distinction. The former Russian paratrooper lost both of his legs in 2015 after a military barracks collapsed, killing several soldiers and leaving him with life-changing injuries. Rather than give up, he turned to mountaineering. He went on to climb Mount Elbrus, the highest peak in Europe, before later summiting Mount Manaslu, the world's 8th highest mountain. Then on May 21st, 2026, he achieved his biggest goal yet, reaching the top of Mount Everest at 8,849 meters using only his upper body strength and determination.
I mean, I guess in a pinch, the Sherpa could just throw him on his back.
He's lighter than most heavy backpacks full of food. You're not wrong.
I have something terrible to say, and I'm going to get some hate for this, but I really pictured, like, you know, you see the dogs where their back legs don't work and they have the little cartwheel thing on there. It's like, is
he rolling up the mountain?
Yeah. I am going straight to hell for that. I am so sorry.
If you do, it's not going to be because you fall off of Everest. You'll just be struck by lightning right where you sit.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was a photo of him like scooching across a crevasse on a ladder bridge. Just, scooting, but I did not see in any of the photos. I did not see the wheel cart that he was using or anything. So I think it was mostly under his own arm power.
That's impressive.
Now, this is definitely a one-up job because there's a former soldier, a former Gurkha soldier, Hari Buddha Magar. He was the first double amputee to climb Everest with prosthetic legs in 2023. This guy, Rustam, said, that's cheating. I'm going to do it without the prosthetic legs.
Okay.
And before that, there was a single amputee that did it. I mean, listen, more power to them. They have more drive to do that stuff than I like, as we have talked about.
All my extremities, and I don't want to do it.
No, and I think that's okay.
I think going to Everest Base Camp would be really cool. I'm sure it's just absolutely breathtaking. But past that, actually trying to climb, and that's, you're getting pretty high up there, but actually trying to climb Everest, no thank you.
Yeah, Rebecca, Trey and I talked about this the other day with some other Everest situation. We basically equated Mount Everest Base Camp with the infield at a NASCAR event. That's probably where all the fun and action is. And base camp at Everest is already higher than a majority of mountains on the planet anyway.
See, so you've already accomplished something just by being at the base. You're fine. There's no need to go up and die further.
No, and because it's where a lot of people start before they go on their ascent to death, there might be a lot of action happening at base camp because a lot of people ain't going to come back. So they might be willing to do certain things that they wouldn't otherwise.
True.
Just something to think about if you're making travel plans. Like, I'm going to Everest. You're going to climb Everest? No. I said I'm just going. Just going to go to base camp and hang out for a week. I hear they have a nice European plan option.
Yeah, it's like going to visit the bar by the start-finish line of a marathon.
Yes.
That's where you will find me. If I ever say I'm going to a marathon, it's the bar at the finish line. I'm not going to participate.
No. I won't even go and hold a sign for people. Like, that's how lazy I am. I'm not going to do it. I don't want to watch people run. I don't want to run.
I might be the opposite. I might be the guy that's standing at the water station handing out cups of vodka just to see people's reactions.
Okay, well, that's funny.
Exactly. So again, if you see me at a marathon, something untoward is happening.
Don't drink the water from you.
Don't drink the water, and just don't drink the water. Just hang out at the bar. We'll be fine. Mozzarella sticks.
Yes.
At the bar. That's where you will find me when it comes to a marathon. All right. And finally, a Florida man was arrested for a DUI after Florida authorities pulled him over and found 34 open White Claw cans scattered around his vehicle.
Dang.
Yeah.
It's a lot of claw.
That is a lot of claw. Now, I will say this. The thing that surprised me the most about this story wasn't the fact that he had 34 open White Claws scattered around his car. It wasn't the fact that he was pulled over for a suspected DUI. What surprised me is that he only blew a .177.
What?
With 34 White Claws in the car, I was expecting at least a .2.
Yeah. How is that even possible?
I'm guessing those were over like a period of time, not just one driving DUI. I'm guessing he's kind of a White Claw hoarder. Like maybe that was his week's worth of White Claws and he had gone through like 10 or 11 of them when they pulled him over.
I'm thinking it was a weekend at the end of a weekend road trip.
And it is. I mean, it is Florida. I don't know. White Claws might hit different in Florida. I have no idea.
Or is he like a professional drinker and he's just kind of built up that tolerance already, so it doesn't really hit him this hard?
It could be like Trey with 5 Mambo taxis.
There you go.
Maybe he just recycles.
Yeah, that's what's happening there.
He was on his way to the can crushing
to the
plant.
bin. Uh-huh.
This is just community service. It will be.
Yeah, for his last DWI.
Yeah. For all things Treehouse, go to treehouseonair.com. That includes social media and YouTube. Like and follow today at Treehouse On Air. And if you love the show, share it from your favorite listening platform. Hit that share button, send it to a friend, share it on social media. We appreciate it. And together, let's grow the Treehouse Show. We'll see you next time right here inside the Treehouse.